Hi again. Right now, I'm going to explain the word planning that I created for students for first high school level. And the level of proficiency is like A1, A1 plus. And I can say that it can be a B2. Okay, so this topic is very interesting because I combine some of the English language skills. But basically, I put into account the writing activities, and also I put into practice how to fill a personal information chart to apply for a visa, for example. This is an example that I applied for them. Okay, so let's begin with the topic. The main topic is giving personal information with the verb to be. And the first thing that I'm gonna do with them is to use my whiteboard. Okay, this is very small, but in class, it's bigger. Okay, so I wrote this title here, personal information, and I'm gonna let them guess and predict what is personal information, what kind of questions can you include to ask people personal information. Maybe do you do you tell your phone number, your ID, or what other things can you apply, can you use to give your personal information to add something or to fill something that you need for your university course, maybe for your high school, maybe for other kinds of things that you take. So personal information is very important for that reasons. Okay. So the first thing I'm gonna do is to predict with them to know some previous knowledge that they have about a topic. And later on we're gonna have begin with the main book that I choose for them. So I'm gonna share my Oxford Learners Bookshelf platform with you. I always use this kind of platform because here I have the audios and also I had opportunity to have some extra materials to let them introduce to the topic and practice and also reinforce the topic in the best way possible. So the book that I choose for this planning is English File. Of course, it's from Oxford University Press. This is the Oxford's platform. I'm an English teacher, so I have the codes to enter to this platform. So this is the book English File. I'm gonna open this, and here we can see the main topic that we are gonna talk about. This is a listening and speaking activity, but also it includes writing. So it's very important for them. So the first activity, the first proposed activity is to listen to an audio. As you can see here, I had the opportunity to put the audio. 41. Okay, so students can have the opportunity to listen to dialects and accents from different countries. This is a British book, so this is the accent of that. So they are gonna listen a conversation to a student and a professor for a new kind of university. And the student has to complete the personal information chart here, but students will do it. Okay, so students have to listen first the conversation 3 times, and later on they had to complete this English House Language School chart, which includes personal information of the speaker. But first of all, I'm gonna let them know how to fill personal information by doing this activity with them. Here I have a poster. I don't know if you can see. Okay, here I have like a poster here about like personal information to fill and to apply for a visa, and this is for a company name. So here I have all the activities that I'm gonna use with them, like phone number, like address, city, country, but they have to combine all those kinds of activities to make a short paragraph, a short descriptive paragraph using personal information to apply for a visa. This is the last exercise. And also, after that, then we have some other kinds of exercise to reinforce it. Okay, so here we have like a grammar part. Here you can see It is like WH questions. This is an exercise that you listen and also fill the gaps, but I prefer to make them reinforce, make them remember the WH questions to fill in the gaps. Okay, it's very important, right? So in that way, I can recycle some previous knowledge about present simple to get personal information. Okay, and also here we have another grammar part, remember, with possessive adjectives. So in this class, I planned a lot of activities related to English skills, not only listening and speaking. I always use grammar, and also I'm going to use writing with them. So here you can have the grammar part with possessive adjectives in which students can fill the gaps with the correct adjective, as you can see, and then we're going to check it together. And also, here's the most important thing, the writing part. This is an application for a visa and write a paragraph about you. So students, first of all, they have to practice orally into pairs or groups of four about personal information. For example, student number one asks some questions and student number two has to answer those questions by using personal information and the present simple. Any kinds of personal information questions about career, about studies, maybe about address, cell phone number, identification number, email address, things like this. Okay, then they have to join all those ideas. We're gonna do like an oral brainstorming to let students write the correct paragraph about personal information. Okay, so after the oral practice, students have to write their paragraphs using the recycled ideas that they told to the students, to their classmates, and they have to complete like an application for a visa. This is an example, but I consider this very important. I'm going to show them how to apply some documents for a visa, for example. What do we have to put? What kinds of things do we have to use? So it's very important for that. And that way we can reinforce writing and also know how to feel, how to complete an application for a visa. And that's a good exercise because it elicits critical thinking and also it proposes real things, you know, real aspects in the life. So they can reinforce and also they can know how is the real life below. So this is the first planning that I decided for them. As you can see, this book have a lot of activities to do. So the first thing, the main things that they have to reinforce here is listening and speaking, and also the writing part. But don't forget, here we have the grammar part too, to reinforce present simple expressions, WH questions, and also positive adjectives. So this is the fourth planning. I hope you like it, and thanks for watching. See you there.